What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can see in the title, is talking about Irish rugby and how they seem to continue to dominate the Champions Cup. Now when I refer to the domination, I refer to Leinster, who are showing why they are the defending champions. Munster picking up a good victory over the weekend, also picking up a victory over Racing, which is also quite impressive. Now Munster and Ulster have picked up a loss along the way in this Champions Cup, but they've definitely shown why they are a great team and why they continue to improve and why they are on the top of their logs. Ulster obviously are behind Racing, but they've just gone and beaten the top, which is still impressive, and it's showing where the strength is in Irish rugby and how it's continuing to develop and grow. I mean, Leinster are just on another planet at the moment. They're a great rugby team with so much talent within that squad. I mean, James Ryan. I mean, you've got Tyke Furlong. You've got a great bunch of talent. You've also got Johnny Sexton, who's not there because of injury, but it's all that talent within Leinster rugby which forms a great Irish squad as well. Munster, you've got, in my opinion, the greatest scrum off in the world, Conor Murray. So there's so much talent within. But is this setting the tone for what 2019 is going to be for Irish rugby? Showing that the Six Nations, are we going to see another dominant performance from Ireland? Maybe picking up a win, maybe picking up another Grand Slam, who knows? Are we going to see them finally get past the quarter-final stage in the Rugby World Cup of 2019? It's definitely possible. The way they are growing and developing as a team has really been absolutely epic. I mean, Leinster Rugby is continuing to show strength and dominance within. I mean, they got the most tries and carries within the Champions Cup. They're not doing too bad either in the Pro 14, so it's just showing the strength of this rugby team and how they just continue to show the world why Irish rugby is a threat, or a threat to other nations, why they are continuing to just get better and better and better, and show the world that they are contenders to win the Six Nations again. They are contenders to maybe win the Rugby World Cup. 2018 was a massive year for Irish rugby. They not only won the Six Nations, but they Grand Slammed it. Leinster won the Pro 14. Leinster won the Champions Cup. Ireland beat the All Blacks for the first time in so many years. So much greatness came out of that year for Ireland, and the question is, can they keep it up, or is the pressure going to get to it? Now I don't want to talk too much about Six Nations because I have a video coming out tomorrow on that, giving my preview for it, but it's definitely going to be a bit more of a competitive year for the Irish, because there's no ways England are going to sit down and be as weak as they were last year. They are going to want to fight. They're going to want to show the English public that they are back, that they are improving. Eddie Jones doesn't want to take a weak English side to Japan. He wants to show the improvement of where they were in the start of the year in 2018 to where they are now in 2019 moving forward. Now we saw in 2018 November Internationals, England showed a lot of progression and how they were developing. Yes, they also did have a lot of injuries, one thing we must note, but they showed that they're starting to get back to not where they were at the peak with Eddie Jones, but where they're showing improvements, and that's going to be an important factor going into this Six Nations of 2019, is because all teams are going to be wanting to prove a point. Not only England, Wales became second in the Six Nations last year. They're going to want to maybe win it too. Also, putting their stamp down and showing the public that they can do it, and showing that they have the capacity and the players and the strength to win it. You can never count out the French. They are there and thereabouts. Yes, they had a poor 2018, but they are there to show that they can play the sport. Scotland are an immense team who are just also showing improvements. They're not the strongest in the Six Nations, but they're definitely not the weakest, and they're a dark horse who can show again the public that they can surprise, like they beat England last year. They can give the big teams like Ireland, Wales and France a run for their money. So we can't count them out going into it. But going back to Ireland, Joe Schmidt is going to want to end his final year as coach on a high. He's going to want to take Ireland to the next level. He's going to want to make history. And judging from what I'm seeing at a provincial level, I'm definitely seeing the continuance of Irish rugby growing and developing and getting better. And I just see it continuing as we go into this new year. It's going to be a tough year. It's going to be a tough year. Why? Because World Cup brings out the absolute best in any nation. Whether you are Japan, whether you are the All Blacks, whether you're the Springboks, it brings out the best because you want the title, you want to win, you want to be number one in the world, you want to show your fans that you have done it, you've achieved the biggest prize in world rugby. So it's anyone's game, and it's going to be competitive, and Ireland will need to be aware of the challenges of a Rugby World Cup. They've known it. They've lost to Argentina. They've been kicked out of the quarterfinal stages. They're known for not going to that extra mile. Now, a lot of people are saying they don't think Ireland are going to go past the quarterfinals again. A lot of people are saying they're going to hit that final and maybe win it. I personally feel they will get past the quarterfinal stage, but it's going to be tough because somewhere along the line they are going to meet the Springboks or the All Blacks, and that is going to be one hell of a contest. Yes, they're a great team and could beat the All Blacks again. They could very well beat the Springboks again. But World Cup brings out the absolute best in a team, and we've seen it with South Africa and New Zealand when they played. I think it was a 2-point loss. So they give it the absolute all. They fight till the death. They show why they're one of the best teams, and they never give up. And Ireland will want to do the exact same thing. Just as everyone else plays to the strength, Ireland are going to want to play to their utmost strength and show the public that they are here to stay. So just a brief one. It's just showing, are Irish teams going to win the Champions Cup again? I wouldn't be surprised. After watching Leinster win over the weekend against Toulouse, everyone was saying this is the game. This is the game that could decide who's going to win. They were both on the streaks. I mean, it just shows that Leinster are just one step ahead of all those teams there. Again, a final could bring out anything. They could lose to Scarlets or they could lose to Munster. The derbies, it's going to be epic. But one thing's for sure, we are going to witness a fantastic end to this Champions Cup. And I won't be surprised if an Irish rugby team is holding that trophy once again, because they are just showing their continued development within. Leinster first of the log, Munster first of the log, Ulster second, but just right there. They just beat the top. So everyone's there fighting, everyone's there showing their strength and their determination. So I won't be surprised if we see another Irish team winning. So as for this year, we'll have to wait and see. But make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you can keep up to date with tomorrow's video about the Six Nations. It's back. It's nearly here. I can't wait for it. And if you're asking why am I wearing an Irish jersey, well, seems Irish, my biggest subscriber, the country with the most subscribers on my channel is from Ireland, so I thought I'd treat myself to an Irish jersey. New Zealand, you are next. I will be getting one day soon. It's just very expensive in South Africa, but I'll try my best to get one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate the support. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you real soon for another video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. And remember, you're one of a kind. Cheers.